Well, Corey, what do you remember at an early age about the game of hockey?
I think I remember since being from Toronto and cold winters. I remember going out on the ponds and parks and that were frozen, and just playing hockey with my dad and my brother, and just kind of having fun. And I remember those memories kind of the most, to be honest with you.
You grew up in Toronto. Were you kind of forced to be a Leafs fan?
No, I wasn't forced, but I was a kind of a Leaf fan. I wasn't a diehard, but I always kind of cheered for them. Always wanted them to do well. But I think at a young age, I was just a hockey fan, and I loved watching hockey games, and I think I cheered for more players than I did for teams at that point.
What were your minor hockey playing days like? Were you always on a rep team, or were you kind of a late bloomer?
No, I played rep pretty early on, and made some great friendships with the guys that I'm still friends with to today. So, I was fortunate to play at a high level of hockey so young, and it's nice to have friends that you're still that you played with when you're like 6 years, 7, 8 years old.
From 2001 to 03, you played for the Ottawa 67s. Just talk about how that opportunity came about to play with a great coach like Brian Kilray in Ottawa.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to get drafted by Ottawa 67s, and I decided I wanted to play in the OHL, and going there to such a franchise that was well known at the time, obviously still is, but being coached by Brian Kilray, I learned so much, and I learned so much about how you have to play night in, night out, and it really taught me a lot at a young age before I turned pro. And I lived with a great family out there. It was like a second home, and I couldn't have been happier. The route I chose of going to the Ottawa 67s and playing in the Ontario Hockey League.
And you tore it up with Ottawa, 312 career points in 186 games, CHL Player of the Year in 2003. I guess you couldn't imagine to have that type of success in your junior career when you first started.
No, not really. The first year I got hurt. I missed a lot of time, and but the second year I was played a ton, and I played with great line mates and great players, and as Brian Kilray taught me so much that year and played me in the right situations, and for me to succeed, and as well as the team, and all those accolades that you're named off, and obviously I couldn't have done that without a coaching staff, and for sure not the players. They were obviously everything comes in hockey from your line mates and your teammates, and I got to give them a lot of accolades for what they helped me do.
So now you're in your 10th year pro, and you've won a lot of awards in the American Hockey League. Calder Cup's league MVP, you're the franchise leader in Bulldogs history in goals, assists, and points. Had a chance to play in the National Hockey League, and when you look back at the start of your career till now, just talk about the type of ride it's been.
Yeah, no, it's been a great ride. Obviously, 10 years pro is quite a long time, but I've enjoyed every moment of it, and being drafted by Montreal Canadiens was quite an honor, with their rich history, and being able to play for the Hamilton Bulldogs. And I think what I look back on is the two Calder Cups. I was fortunate to win two, one with Hamilton and one with Binghamton, and those obviously stick out, and I'll remember those for forever.
Out of those accolades, is it the Calder Cups with Hamilton and Binghamton that stand out?
Yeah, for sure. Those are the ones that stand out, and I think even more the Binghamton one. I was 23 when I won the first one, and winning a second one, you realize how hard it was. It kind of was a little bit of a blur the first time around, but the second time, how much effort and what it takes, and it was an awesome thrill. But obviously 2 championships is.
Well, Corey, you started this year in the AHL with the Chicago Wolves, but got traded to the Heat in the middle of January. How's the fit been for you overall here in Abbotsford?
I think it's been a great fit. I was really excited when I heard the news that I got traded here. I have a relationship with Troy Ward. We were together about 5 years ago, and he was with the Houston Aeros and the assistant coach there. So it's nice to come and be coached by him and taught by him again. And I already learned so much from him, and it's a great fit here. I think coming into a team where it's so young, you're trying to bring some leadership, but that room has a bunch of great guys, young kids that are very talented and work hard, and want to learn, want to achieve, and want to do well, and you just want to be a part of it. So it's real special. I'm glad I'm here.
This has been a player profile with
Corey Locke.